All right, good morning again. We're on chapter 9, adding and subtracting fractions, but we're doing lesson 9, which is estimating sums and differences. So we're going to get some addition and some subtraction here. These are your notes for the day. Basically, step 1 is to take each number, each fraction, round that fraction to a whole number, and step 2, add or subtract. It's pretty darn easy, right? But when you first see your paper and you have like all these problems, you might be like, oh, it's way too much. But it's really just not. It's not that bad at all. So I actually like to use this, and we're going to put some problems in here so you guys can see what we're doing. But we have 7 1/3 plus 4. Oops, that's a tiny little 4. We need it to be big because it's a whole number. So 4 2/3. And in this case, we kind of don't care. It's really weird, but we kind of don't care if the denominators match this time because our point isn't to add exact apples and apples. We're going to be rounding and then finding an answer. So I'm going to not worry if I have not matching denominators. If they're unlike, it's okay. So first of all, I look at this number and I say, what is 7 1/3 closest to when it comes to whole numbers? Is 7 1/3 closer to 7, or is it closer to 8? Well, 1 out of 3 is not very much, so I'm going to make that a 7. I'm going to round 7 1/3 to 7. However, here I have 2/3, and that's closer to 1. So it would be 4 plus that 1 would be 5. So 7 and 5 is 12. That's what you're doing today. That's it. Like, it's so great because it's like a nice break, right? All right, so let's look at another one. I'm going to do one that doesn't have like denominators. They're not like fractions. So 11 8 ninths plus 4 1/3. Again, it doesn't matter if my denominators match because that's not what it's about right now. So I know 8 out of 9 is really close to a whole number, so I'm going to round this one up to 12. Plus, this one is 1 out of 3. That's not very much, so I'm going to leave that as a 4. So this becomes 12 plus 4 is 16. And remember, those heat waves mean about 16, which are very necessary here. Okay, let's try another one. 15 1/3 minus 2 5/8. Let's change that. Let's make that round that. 1/3 is not very much, so I'll leave this as 15 minus, remember some of these are subtraction. 5/8 is more than 4/8, which would be half, so we'll just go ahead and move this to 3. And we don't want you to use halves. You know how this is really close to half right here? We only want whole numbers. Okay, so 15 minus 3 is about 12. All right, let's try one more. We have 6 5/12 minus 2 1/12. Let's move that over. 5/12 is not even half, so I'm going to leave that as a 6. Minus, this is a 2, so we'll say it's 4. It's about 4. Okay. Not too hard, huh? It's really quite good. Might as well try one more just because I have a little space on my paper, and then we'll be off and running. So the 7 1/6 minus 5 3/4. Again, 1 out of 6 is not a lot, so we'll leave that as 7. 5 3/4 is really close to 6. So 7 minus 6 is about 1. And that's it, guys. That's what you're doing today.